Hi everyone and welcome to the Weekly Way. This is a general weekly oracle that I do on Crystal Spirit. So you can choose between the left position and the right position. For the left position I have this beautiful grayish moonstone, and for the right position I have this black moonstone that you can choose from. If you can't decide right now, if you haven't decided yet, you can also pause the video, and I think we can start and let's see what we got for this week. So if you choose the left position of the cards, then let's take a look at the general headline for this week. So for you, there were two cards that wanted to show up for the headline. So let's see. So the first card is Heighten Your Vitality. So it could be that you felt really down and were tired all the time. You could feel like you haven't really a lot of energy left. And so this week it's time to look and take care of yourself, of your body. Maybe you should maybe it's finally time to make a doctor's appointment if you needed one for a long time and just didn't do it because you don't want it to. But it could also just generally be to take care of what you eat, do a little physical activity, do a little sports, go on a walk, take time out, take the time for yourself, maybe doing a little bath or going to a massage, all that kind of stuff that really puts you in a relaxed way and boosts your energy up. And the second card, Adventure. So it could really be that in this week there will be something new coming up. This could be a really adventurous week and you need energy and health to get through this adventurous week. So that's why Heighten Your Vitality showed up as well. It could be that you're planning on going on vacation or doing a trip on the weekend, or maybe you get invited suddenly and unexpectedly from your friends to go out on a dinner, or you could have a date coming up, or maybe it's the first week in a new job, or maybe it's the first week in a new job, or you got an invitation, or you will get an invitation for a job interview of some kind. So all new things could come up, all new adventurous things could come up, and you really need power and energy and be healthy so that you really can enjoy the things that will come up and you can take a part of the adventure that comes up in this week for you. So let's take a look what the Lenormand cards have to say. And there is the Anchor. So this new adventurous thing that is coming up could really have something to do with work. So maybe you're really gonna get an invitation for a job interview, or you could find a possibility suddenly and unexpectedly for a new job or a second job that you could do to boost your finances as well. So that's why we had the vitality card here, so that you really are in your power and can give the best in this situation. Or it also can be a really stressful week in your business and you need that energy to get through it. And then we have the book. So it really could be that there is a message coming up, maybe really an invitation for a new job or a job interview with which you didn't reckon anymore. You thought that it was already over and that you didn't get a job, but maybe it will come in this week because the book stands for that is something that you don't know yet and that you don't reckon with anymore. It could also be because the book also stands for knowledge and to learn something. So it could also be that you have um, a course or a seminar coming up which has to do with work, and that's why you need your energy and vitality to heighten up so that you are fit enough to learn new things. And we have the tree. So the tree stands for healing, but also for stability and for growth. So we have healing here and we have the vitality card here. So in this week, it really is important to look after yourself, to heal your physical, but also your emotional body, and to heal your inside. Maybe some bad experiences that you had in the past, which could block you from getting a new job, trying new things, be open for adventures that will finally get healed or need to be healed in this week so that you can move forward and take a new job or take a new partnership and relationship, because maybe these experiences that you had in the past really blocks you and you're so protective of yourself, like a closed book with a lock on it, that you block yourself from new people and new opportunities. And that's why you don't get a new job or don't find a partner and a happy relationship, actually. So then let's look at the tarot cards. So for this card, I asked for advice, which what is helpful for this week. So let's look. And we have the of Knight of Cups. So the cup cards are for our emotions, for our feelings, for our inner world, our intuition, but also for connections and connections that we have with other people. So, and the Knight is a very active energy, a moving forward energy. So this could be saying to you that it would be helpful to open up, to let go of the past experiences that you had and open up for new things. Go on a journey, go out and actively go towards new persons, speak to them, and open up to your emotions and to new relationships and new opportunities that come. Be adventurous. So, and trust yourself and follow your intuition, actually. And don't let the fear and the past experiences block you from actively going and chasing the grail, so to speak. So for this card, I asked, what is a warning for this week? So let's see. The Ten of Pentacles. So the Ten of Pentacles is a card for abundance and for richness, but it's also because of the Pentacle suit. It's more of an physical manifested abundance. So it could be saying that in terms of a love relationship or of relationships in general, don't don't judge just because of finances, the job and success that the other people has. Don't choose just because of the facts that he has a really good and secure job and he has a lot of money and he has a house and a car and he looks really good. So don't just go through this checklist that you have in your head, but also listen to your inner self, to your intuition and to your heart, so that you and open up to that so that you can find the real people, the real tribe that really resonates with yourself and your inner self, your character, and not just with how you look as well and what you present on the outside. Also, if we don't look at this in relationship wise, maybe career wise, it could be that you are afraid of doing something that you love or change your job because you're afraid that if you do change the job that you haven't a lot of money left then, or you lose something and you stay in that job that you don't like as much and which doesn't make you happy and maybe even damages your vitality and makes you sick just because you know that you're safe there and that you have a safe amount of money. And maybe this card says, follow your heart, do that which you love and which you're passionate about. And it's time to go on an adventure and to change something. Don't be afraid of that. So lastly, I have a final little message from the Owl Oracle. And we have always lead to you, some earlier and some later. Choose wisely. So in order to choose wisely and to make a decision, you have to know yourself first, and you have to know what is it that you really want, and what is it that you maybe just do because you're afraid of something. So go deep and open up yourself, feel your inner world, look at this and get to know yourself so you can make a decision and choose wisely. Also, don't let you block yourself because of your fears and because of your past experiences to actually do something and be active and do something new and which you really want to do for a long time just because you're afraid of it. So there's really nothing to be afraid of because there's nothing really bad's gonna happen to you if you do something. Finally, every decision you make and everything you experienced is going to define you, and it's going to develop your character and yourself, and therefore it's going to lead you forward on your way. So it's just when you do nothing and stay passive that nothing happens, and that you stay where you are and don't move forward. So free yourself out of that endless spiral, I suppose, so that you can reach your goal and the goals you have on a short way. So if you choose the right position and the Black Moonstone, let's look at your general headline for this week. And we have a new approach. So maybe in this week there's something going to happen, or you will get an information that will lead towards a new approach about something. Maybe you change your mind about a situation or person, and it could really be very suddenly that you change your mind about something and take a new perspective to look at something, to look at a situation or a person, because you finally realize that the old approach or your old opinion doesn't lead you anywhere, and that's the reason why you maybe feel stuck. So let's look at the Lenormand cards. So we have the sight. So maybe that new approach that you have is that you finally realize that you have to end something. Maybe you have to end a relationship that you have with well, you have to end a friendship, a love relationship, because you finally realize that this person isn't good for you, or that this person doesn't have a serious approach to you, or just wants to benefit from you and use you for something. And you finally get that and decide to end this relationship. And then we have the star. So you finally realize something which and something clears up. So you get clarity because of an information that you get about a situation. You clear up your mind. It could also be that you decide to let go of some past beliefs that you had because you realize that they're not very helpful for you anymore, and you cut those beliefs and those old past experiences out of your life and clear up your mind. And we have the moon. So it could also be something to do with your emotions. Clear up your emotions, release old hurtful experiences, old relationships. But it could also be that somebody that you crushed with and where the attraction was really high, suddenly you realize that that this person is not so beautiful and perfect as you thought, and maybe you don't want him or her anymore, and cut cut this relationship and this bond off and go another way. It could also be that you suddenly change your mind about something, about a hobby that you had, which you realize you don't want to do anymore, or about something new that you maybe don't like, didn't like in the past, but now you change your mind about it and open up to it and you let inspire yourself by it and take a new hobby maybe. So let's look at the tarot cards. So for this card I have asked for advice for this week. What is helpful in this week? And we have the Five of Wands. So maybe don't get an argument. Just ignore the people. Just ignore the people that have an own opinion and really want to influence you and want to push their opinion upon you and don't respect your own viewpoint. because it won't bring you any further to discuss with them and get in a conflict with them. It will just leave you angry. This could also mean that if you had a conflict or an argument with a specific person in the past, then you should forget about it. Let it go. Forgive that person for what was in the past, because by doing so, you free yourself from that burden which lasts upon you by not forgiving. And by let that argument go and forgive that person, you free yourself and you will open up again for other persons and other opportunities that will come in the future. Also, don't compare yourself with others and try to make everything a competition. Like, we often look at other persons and think, why can't I do this like they do? Or they're doing it so much better than I, or they're so much faster than I. Don't do this. Don't look at other people and compare yourself to them. We are all different and we have all our different ways of doing something and our different, and we all need different time to approach something or to get something or to develop. And that's not a bad thing. That's just different, but it's not bad. That's a good thing, actually. That doesn't mean if you need a longer time to accomplish something that you want than others, or if you're doing it in a different way, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad or that you are worse than that other person. You're your own person. You have your own personality and your own way, and that's absolutely fine. And for that, you will reach out to different people that may like your way better than the way of the other person. You know what I mean? So don't try to make everything a competition or compare yourself with others. Just stay true to yourself and focus on your way, and you will reach your goal. So for this card, I asked about if there's anything you need to know, any warning for this week, anything that might be difficult or challenging, or something that might be not very helpful to do in this week. So let's see what we got. And we got the Six of Wands. So the Six of Wands is a card about victory, about reaching your goal, about success, and about getting attention because of that success. But because I asked for a warning or for what shouldn't you do in this week, what might not be a very helpful way in this week, maybe this card want to say to you that don't talk right at the beginning about your new approach on something, or about your new project, or your new way that you, or the new thing that you want to do. Just let it make it do something on your own first and let it develop, and then you can talk to people. Because otherwise, it could be that maybe some people, they don't even have to mean it necessarily in a bad way, but maybe they're thinking that this new thing that you're doing isn't gonna be very successful or something, and that those opinions could influence you to let it fall and to let it to let a new project fall and do not start, and you're moving away from your own way again. You know what I mean? So don't let yourself be influenced from other people opinions. And that's why maybe you shouldn't talk at first about everything and about your new project with everyone. Also, it could be that some people even may steal your idea and your new project and do it on themselves and benefit from that before you can even start your project. So, or that they're jealous about you and your new way and your new project and your new ideas and creativity. So just take small steps, just do it on your own first and let it develop and let it grow before you talk to everyone about it. So, and finally, I have final message for you from the Owl Oracle. And there we have, you are unique. Yeah, that's exactly what I talked about. You are unique. You are a unique person. You have a unique, your own character, your own personality, and your own opinions about different things. And that makes you different from other people. That makes us all different in some kind of way. There are no two people that are exactly the same, and that's absolutely fine. That there's not something bad about it. Just because you're not like every other person doesn't mean that it's bad. It could actually be that it's really good for you. And so, because you have your own personality and because you are unique, you also have your own unique way in your life, your own way of approaching things, your own way of doing things, and your own way of your own way of, yeah, just living and thinking about things. And so it's absolutely fine to maybe need a little bit longer with something than other person do, or maybe do something a little bit different than what others do. Just stay true to yourself and follow your heart, follow your passions, and you will be absolutely fine. So, this was the weekly way, a general weekly reading. I hope that this was in any way helpful for you. I hope that this resonated with you, that it brought clarity to you for moving forward on your own journey. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you don't want to miss any of the next upcoming oracles, make sure to subscribe to my channel. And if you can't get enough of oracle readings or of crystals, feel free to visit my Instagram profile. The link is below. I do 2 general readings every week on there. And I also post a lot of beautiful pictures of nature scenes and of crystals. So I'm wishing you a sparkly, beautiful day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!